Welcome back, guys. My name is Sam, and this is Final Expense Selling. Before we begin, if you like the content, please subscribe and share this video, and definitely like the video. There's agents out there that need this content. If you like the content, please subscribe, hit the like button, and share the video. Thank you. So, on today's topic, guys, we're going to discuss something that a lot of agents have trouble with, and that's setting appointments. So today I'm going to give you 3 tips on how you can set more rock solid appointments. Okay. Now, before we talk about the tips, I want to give you kind of like a background on how a lot of appointment setting is thought about. So a lot of agents are deathly afraid of the phone, and I used to be the same way. But just remember, setting appointments is a skill that you need to learn, and with any kind of skill, it takes time. Practice, and you'll get better and better. If you don't do it, and if you get so scared and you're not wanting to get on the phone, you're never going to develop that skill. Okay, so you got to do it. You got to face your fear, and you got to get on the phone and just mess up. The worse you mess up, the better it is, because it'll be next time you won't make the same mistakes. All right. So let's talk about how to set appointments. And what I first want to talk about is understand that when you're setting appointments over the phone, you are not trying to sell insurance. Your only goal when you get on the phone, you got a lead in your hand, lead that looks like this. You got a lead in your hand, and you're trying to set those appointments. Your main goal is just to book the appointment. Okay, in a sense, you're just selling the appointment. You're not selling insurance. Don't talk about insurance. Don't talk about quotes. Don't talk about any of that. Your main focus should be just to set appointments and just get the appointment. That's it. Okay. And I want to also add, a lot of times agents get a lot of objections, and a lot of times it's because they're causing their own objections. I'll give you an example. Agents will call a lead, and when they first pick up the phone, the client answers the phone. The first thing that'll come out of their mouth is they'll say, "Hi, my name is John Smith from ABC Company, and I'm looking for Mary Johnson." Wrong. You don't want to be answering. You don't want to be presenting yourself that way, because when people hear that, automatically their radar goes off, and they're thinking you're a telemarketer. They sent this form in about a week ago, and they forgot that they sent it in until you remind them. But until then, they're thinking that you're just like one of those normal telemarketers that are calling them. Okay? So don't do that. What you want to do is, that leads me into tip number 1. The first thing that you want to do is, when you get off the phone, whoever it is, like for example, let's use this person. This prospect's name is Robert. So if I'm going to call and a male answers the phone, I'm going to assume it's Robert. Okay? And I'm not going to say, "Hello, may I speak with Robert?" I'm going to talk to him like I'm a friend calling him, or I'm somebody he knows, and I'm just going to say, "Robert." And right away, I'm going to get his attention. Okay? And the interesting thing is that I've been doing this for years, and I've trained so many agents on setting appointments, and I know what sometimes salespeople are doing over the phone, but it's such a natural response that sometimes I'll get a telemarketing call, and if they're good enough to know to call me out that way, "Hey Sam," I'll say yes. It's just automatic. So ask for the person by their first name, and assume it's that person. Okay? So that's tip number 1. Second tip is, you want to be the one asking all the questions. Okay? Sometimes objections will come up, and the second tip is that I want you guys to not answer the question that they ask. So for example, what is this about? If you go in detail and start talking to them about what you're calling about, and give them the answer that they're looking for, what do you think is the next thing that's going to happen? "Oh, I'm already taken care of." Because they don't want. It's not necessarily that they're not interested. Understand that they don't want to be bothered by a salesperson. Okay, they want to review the information on their own time. They don't want you to try to sell them anything. That's why they're telling you they're not interested. It's not because they're not interested. It's because They just don't want to deal with a salesperson, right? So when somebody says, what is this about? They're asking you a question. It's an objection. And what you should normally just come out and say, oh, this is just about the free information. And I'm just, my job is just to make sure that, that you get this free information. Your file had been forwarded to my desk. So my job is just to get it to you. And as soon as you finish acknowledging their objection, don't answer their question. Acknowledge it, okay? When you acknowledge their objection, ask them another question, such as, are you still at such and such address, 123 Main Street? Or it says here your date of birth is, September 5th, 1945, right? So you're going to ask them a question. By asking them a question, you're getting their mind off of what they were originally asking you, their objection, and now you have control back of the call again. That's tip number 2. Tip number 3, always be assuming, okay? Now, every time that you acknowledge their question, acknowledge their objection, and ask them another question, your next phase should be to always try to set the appointment. So when you're setting the appointment, always give them 2 days. 2 days to choose from. Don't say, so what time do you have available? Don't ask them. Give them 2 options. I'm going to be in your area Monday and Friday, or matter of fact, Thursday and Friday. What day works better for you? So to them, it seems like they're in control, but in reality, you're in control because you gave them 2 options and they're going to pick. If you just ask them, what time do you have? They're going to start thinking about it, and they might just think themselves out of the appointment. Oh, wait, you know what? This week is no good. Why don't we do it next week? No, you want to give them 2 days, and then once you pinpoint a day, then what you want to do is you want to give them 2 slots during the day. I have mornings or afternoons. What's better? And they'll pick one. And guys, if you do this the way that I'm telling you to do it, you'll have way more success. Okay. Now, once again, this is Final Expense Selling. And guys, if you're having trouble out there, if you're struggling, contact me. Get in touch with me with our organization, Advantage One Brokers. What we do is we help agents get on the fast track to making 100K. All right. Ask about our 90-day success program. Don't forget to share the video. Don't forget to subscribe to it and like it. Thanks, guys. That's the video.